Hey guys, can you see me? Can you hear me? Hey Ken, what's happening, girl? Yeah, you are early. Thank you, Ken, for always being here, even though it's late at your place. I appreciate you. You want to shut that door?
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Is it is it gonna make it hotter? Because if it is,
Yeah, it'll make it harder.
it'll make it hotter if you shut the door. Ugh, yuck. Oh, good. I'm glad you can hear me. Um, yeah, we might need to.
With the AC.
I mean, right now it's okay. It's not too hot. I am. I'm a couple minutes early. It has been so hot here. Like, it's only been in the 70s, but on the upper level of my house, it's so hot. Might have to cave and turn the AC on for a little bit. Hey Jade, what's happening? Am I on a smaller screen? Really? That's weird. That's on Mr. V. I don't know how to fix it, y'all. Hey Shannon from Perth, how are you, girl? Hey Brandy Lynn, what's happening? Oh, good. Oh no. It's miserable. I'm sorry, Jade. That sucks. That really sucks. You know what? I would love Australia too if I could go there. Can't wait till COVID's over, y'all. I'm so done with it. It's been a flippin' year. A year ago yesterday, they said, we're going to shut down for 2 weeks to get above the curve. Yeah, it's a year later. Hey, hubby, why is the picture smaller? Because I didn't know it was smaller because on the monitor it's smaller, but that's because you've got like the live video chat in there and everything. Aw, thanks, Shannon. Thank you, girlfriend. YouTuber posted that there are a bunch of news crews at Wanda West's house. Oh, wow, really? Hey, Cynthia. Hey, girl. Wow. Gosh, I hope they get ahead of Oren and Orson case. Those poor little boys.
We got 3 different screens.
Oh no.
Main screen with this, and then this one.
Yeah, I don't know all that stuff, so. Why are you switching them?
Which one do you want? This one?
I mean, I don't care. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? But does it look the same
No,
on their end?
It looks just like that.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay.
I mean, personally, I like this one.
I mean, you can put it, I don't care.
Could do that one.
As long as I can see the comments, so I don't care. Oh my God. Oh, it is getting hot in here.
I'll get the AC.
Yeah, it's like getting really hot. Like my hair is like soaked already. Still nothing on Alexis Sharkey. Hey, Cooper. Oh, it's copper. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, my bad. I looked at it funny. Hi, Jari. What's happening? Oh, we did fix it. Okay. See, I don't know. I just know I'm a creature of habit. And when he changes something, it throws me off. So he's like, on my end, it's still the same. So it's all good. So
Here, so let me turn off this light so it won't be so hot in here, and I'll adjust the camera. Okay, so give me a sec. Ooh, you look good there, baby.
I mean, You're goofball.
All right, let's see.
Hey, Pat, what's happening? Sorry, you guys. Hubby just turned one of the lights off, so it's not so hot in here, and he's like trying to resituate the camera. So if it's a little dark, sorry. It's just so flippin'
Ask him if
hot.
that's okay. I like that kind of look.
Is this okay, you guys? I mean, I can see it from my perspective, and it's okay, I guess. I need a Mr. B. He's so handy, Ken. He's really handy.
Yeah, I'll come out there. I'll come out there.
Yeah, he's like, definitely, I'll come to Scotland and help you. Expecting several feet of snow here in Colorado. Just want to know if we'll lose our electricity. Well, Jari, I would love to tell you, but I'm shut down. Sorry. Friday night's kind of like my night to just chill from from a hard week and just kind of defuse. Sorry. I know people come on here and they think I'm going to do readings and stuff, but this is just my time to chill and hang out. Sorry. Wow, you know what? It's been like, it's been in the 70s here. It's been so beautiful. And then I think tomorrow it's supposed to be like in the 50s, but it's been gorgeous this whole week. Like I was sitting out on my back deck and it was so nice. And now it's getting a little cooler, but I'm not complaining. In the 50s, it's fine. I'm not complaining. That sucks that you're getting more snow. I hate snow. So I'm like, yep. It's pouring rain there. Oh, wow. I like the rain, though. I mean, I like the rain. I don't like storms, but I like the rain. It's a little dark. We can't see your pretty face. Ugh. You're not missing anything. Send him to Scotland now. Okay, he could go, sure. I told him years ago, I said, I should just rent you out. Like, I would make so much money if I rented him out. He's handy. He can work on anything. You know, he can do anything from computers to cars to AC systems to you name it. He knows how to do it. He's really good. Doing good. Got a different cast. And so, oh, good. Good, Pat. I'm glad you got a different cast. You guys, I'm not kidding. It is so hot in this house. Like, hot. It's like, it's fine in the basement and the main level's fine, but then you come upstairs and it's just like a sauna, Whew. Yeah. So true, Ken. I would miss him. When he was traveling all the time, like, it gets old real fast, You guys, I don't know why it is so, it's like insanely hot in here. Whew. Sorry, guys. It's cold in my house. I'm right next to a heater. Oh, Copper, I would never have that problem. I'm always hot. Thanks, Ken. Tie your hair up in a bun. I need to. Whew, girl. That's hot. Need to do something with it. I don't know why it's so freaking hot. The other thing, though, is my husband spent all this time and energy, and we have like 21 windows in this house. I think. I don't know. It's an insane amount of windows. And then we have like 2 different sets of sliding glass doors. And so when the builder built this place, I mean, of course, they slapped it together so fast, and the windows leak air. Realistically, we should probably get new windows, but so he went through and like sealed all the windows up, because winter. And so now he's like, oh, we can't open the windows because I sealed them all up. And I'm like, ugh. But he's right. It's been in the 70s this week. It was like 78 yesterday, I think. And But we have bipolar weather in the DC area. So, before you know it, we'll probably have a blizzard. So you just never know here. So phew, y'all. Did you guys watch the Robin Williams video? What'd you think of it? He was like, he totally like, he just blew me away. Like he was so not what I thought how he would be. You know what I mean? I guess you just assume when someone's like a comedian and they're funny all the time, you just assume, you know what I mean? Like I thought when I connected with him, he was just going to be funny. And so it was so strange when I connected with him and he was so like introverted, like so shy. I mean, so shy.
Leave the door open, it'll be cooler.
Will it help? Okay. Thanks, honey. Wow, this is the first time that my eyes haven't bothered me. What the heck? It's the start of winter here in Western Australia, and we've had hot, humid days too. Wow. Buy a mini air conditioner on Amazon. Use water to cool air. I have one. It's better than a fan. Really, Pat? You know what? I saw one of those. Like, I think it was last summer, and I halfway thought about buying one for in here and trying it out. I definitely need to look into that because it gets so hot in this room. It's our office and then my son's room. Hot all the time. Thankfully, our room is on the back part of the house. And while we do have tons of windows in our room, it's still, if you turn the AC on, you can feel it. You know what I mean? Like, but in here, it's horrible. Hey, Darlene, what's happening, girl? What's happening? I thought of Coco when I think of him. You have to watch the video of him and Coco. She loves him. She had a book with a picture. Aww. So many comedians seem to be shy and quiet. Yeah, it's so weird though. I don't know. I guess I just assumed, which you know what that means, but I just thought that, I don't know. I guess I just expected him to be different. I do want to check that out about with Coco the gorilla. I think that's so cool. I do want to look that up. Isn't DC very humid? Always. In the summertime, it's really bad. Yeah. Yeah. That's why, like, I'll go, when I fly to Vegas with my sister, it's, it can be 110 degrees there. And it feels so much better than it does here, at 85, 90 degrees, because the air is just so much better out there. It's just entirely too humid out here. But it's not as bad as Indiana. So, I'll take it. It doesn't get horrible out here like it used to, like when I was younger. It was nothing to be 105 degrees every day out here, but our weather's changed and so it's not as humid, but it's still up there. Yeah, I know, Pat. Wasn't that so sad? Like when he was trying to explain it to me, I mean, I wanted to cry, like, because he had no clue. And he said, he was like, I had thought of killing myself many times, many times in years past, but I never would allow myself to do that because I didn't want to hurt my kids. And so he said, he even said it something like, so imagine my surprise when I discovered that I'm dead and that I had taken my own life. He's like, that was really hard. I don't think I stressed that enough in the video, but he said at first it was like really hard for him to come to terms with that. I don't think I stressed that well enough in the video, but every video I do, it's like that. Like after the fact, I'm like, I don't think that came out. I don't think I reiterated that. You know what I mean? Like I always second guess it, but yeah, it was sad. It was tough. I mean, he's in a good place now, he's happy where he is. He's thriving. But you know, it sounded to me like he had like a lot to work through when he realized everything. So Sloan said he didn't know he was dead. Yeah, that's exactly right. He didn't. He didn't know he was dead, first of all. And then when he realized he was dead, he was like blown away to discover that, oh, he had taken his own life, you know. And he said, like, it was a lot for him to handle, you know, which I'm sure for all of us when we cross over, you know, it's going to be a lot to handle because you just kind of like get overwhelmed, you know, with, yeah, you just get overwhelmed with everything, I think. You know, and that's not to say, like, a lot of people say, oh, does that mean they're not in a good place? You know, where are they at? This is the only way I know how to describe it, okay? I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. I'm not a higher power. Um, so I only know from what I've seen and heard. Um, but it's kind of like when you cross over, you have the ability to be in a good place or to be in a bad place. It's all up to you. Um, and I say this all the time, and you don't know how badly I mean this when I say how you are in life is how you are in death. So if you're a pain in the ass in life, guess what? You're going to be a pain in the ass in death, and you're not going to be happy where you're going. So, you know, I mean, when I say that, I mean it literally, you know. Hey, Janet, welcome. Sweden. Wow. How is that possible? How didn't he know he was doing that? I don't know. In all honesty, I don't know. I tried to I tried to go into it a little deeper with him, but he was kind of like, you know, pushing away. Like I was afraid I was going to lose him. So I was like, okay, let me just kind of back off from that. But he said, so I don't know if it's because he wasn't in his right mind. I don't know. I don't know, but it's sad. Oh, Shannon, I don't know who Andy Irons is. I'll have to look him up. I did not know that Sloan was separated from her husband. I discovered that when she was talking about dating and things. Really? I didn't know that. Wow. Wow, I hope she's doing okay. I mean, they were together for like a lot of years, I think. Jeez. My husband used to work with this guy, and he had been married to his wife for like, gosh, I think it was like 40 some years, and they divorced. My mind was completely blown. Like, how do you put up with someone else's BS for 40 some years and then just go your separate? You know what I mean? Like, you think if you put up with somebody else's bull for 40 years, like, this is how I look at it. Mr. V is stuck with me whether he likes it or not, because I'm not going through another divorce after my first husband being the abusive piece of shit he was. Like, I'm not going through a divorce ever again. So my husband will just have to suck it up and deal with me. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hi, Ken. I've been thinking a lot about what you said about narcissists. Never know what people carry within them. That's so very true, Pat. Honestly, I'm confused about her and her husband. It says on the internet she separated in 2018 or 19. Could something outside of himself cause him to do it? I don't know, Lori. I wasn't getting that because that's one of the first things I thought. I was like, okay. I thought, okay, was he maybe possessed, or you know what I mean? Like that's the first thing I thought, but I wasn't feeling that at all. I wasn't getting like anything horribly negative like that or anything. So I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if it was because of the disease that he had and he just wasn't in his right mind, I don't know. I mean, that's an interesting question, and I don't know the answer to that. I wish I did. It's crazy the thought process, go through thought of suicide, finding out you actually did that. My friend had a son who threatened with a gun many times, and it actually happened. So sad. Yeah, Cynthia, I hear you. I hear you. I have a family member. Um, yeah, something similar like that happened to a family member of mine, and it was horrible. I I mean, I haven't tried to connect with him. I just hope that I hope he's at peace, but I don't know. She talks like they're still together. She never mentioned leaving him. Sometimes it takes that long to work up the courage. That's true, Pat. I could see that. That's the only thing, you know what I mean, in my mind too, that makes sense is, I guess, if you just had like a rough marriage and you put up with this BS and you just got to the point where you couldn't put up with it anymore, then I can understand. But still, like, that would be so hard to go from sharing your life, sharing your home, sharing everything about yourself with someone for 40 some years and then just walking away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's mind blowing to me. That's just mind blowing. Walking away from marriage is hard, even harder ones. Yep, I feel you, Shannon. My ex husband is a piece of crap. And the last time I checked, he was still in jail for that whole thing where he tried to coerce a 14-year-old to have sex with him, and he was going to get her a hotel room and pay her $50. Yeah, he's a real piece of work. The last time I checked, he's out of jail now, which is scary because he's still the same sick person that he's always been. You know what I mean? And it just really scares me that, yeah. I hope his daughter, when all this happened, his daughter was 14 at the time. His wife had died in a car accident, and then he was raising his daughter by himself. And then all this happened. Thank God it wasn't a real 14-year-old. It was an undercover police officer. And they arrested him, and, but yeah, it scares me that he's out. I normally only watch your readings, but I was doing something and went on a chat. She was talking about when you were entertaining a man. I thought strange, and they were still together too. That's so weird. I was suicidal from the time I was 4 and put my head through a glass hatch. Oh my God. I'm so glad I got over it. I no longer think about it even when I'm upset. Good. Thank goodness, Lori. Gee, many Christmas. That's horrible. Yeah, no doubt, Shannon, right? I am so fortunate that I got away from that man. Like, it was hard. I had to like go into hiding. It was, yeah, he's a scary dude. It's hard to walk away, but I did it after 30 plus years. Wow, Cynthia, way to go. I mean, I applaud you. If walking away, if that's made your life better and it makes you happy, then I applaud you. You know what I mean? I just think for me personally, but also too, I'm not in an abusive relationship. My husband's not an a-hole. You know what I mean? So I think that's why it's just so mind blowing to think about being with someone for 40 years and walking away. But I'm fortunate, I'm very blessed. She talks kind of weird. I'm serious. I've never once heard her say anything about it, even when other things bring it up. Usually there is. It's lonely. Yeah, Pat, I bet. I know, honey. Um, yeah, I think the guy was fine with it. I think the woman was the one that was suffering, though. It just can't be an easy thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's so true, Lori. If they did realize that they could get past it. My son's friend committed suicide recently, and they're not even having like a service because of COVID. So they were gonna have something at I think his parents are gonna have like some little get together for close friends and family. It's just so sad though. I mean, it's just sad. He he had everything right there. You know what I mean? Like his life was falling into place finally, and yeah, it's just so sad. Yeah, that's true, Janet. I'm very, very blessed that I don't have, mental health issues. I've gone through, I went through 1 point, no, 2 points of my life with depression. And I don't know, I kind of was just like, I got to do whatever it takes to get better. My doctor wanted to put me on antidepressants, and I was so upset. I remember, like, I don't want to go on antidepressants, because to me, back then, it was like, I was admitting, you know what I mean? Like, I was admitting there was something wrong with me. But I did go on antidepressants, and thank goodness I did. And I got through it, and thank goodness I did go on antidepressants. That's so true, Ken. Everything when you're young like that, it's like everything's so like huge and final. And but then when they commit suicide, I don't think they realize, you know what I mean, that that's final and how badly that affects everybody. I work with young people at risk, social worker, and it breaks my heart to see the mental health struggles young people are facing today. I bet. I bet. You know, it's bad enough that prior to COVID, we were having to deal with kids going to school and getting shot and killed. You know what I mean? And now on top of it, like when I was in school back in the day, um, I got made fun of and bullied like crazy, but I didn't have to worry about somebody shooting me and killing me. You know what I mean? And now between that and now COVID and everybody's at home and, yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. She said she has a husband not too long ago. Oh, wow. Hmm. Very sad when someone goes like that. You always ask yourself, was there anything you could do? Yeah, um, my son's friend, I was telling my husband that, I had had like some interactions with him online recently. Um, we had went back and forth joking on some stuff on Instagram recently. Um, and I didn't see it. Like I didn't see it. But then I had a dream Saturday night 2 weeks ago about him. He was in the dream. My son was in the dream. My son's friend Guppy that committed suicide was in the dream. Um, and another girl was in the dream. So when I saw online that he had passed, I said, wow, I just had that dream the other night. So yeah, it just sucks. I mean, I always thought that if he died, it would have been because he went back to shooting heroin and he would die from an overdose, because he was my son's friend and, they had gotten clean and sober together, but then he relapsed several times. So he had been really struggling, but he had it. He had a good life. You know what I mean? Like, but you just never know. Like, you just don't know. You don't know. That is why it looks up on the internet, because I thought she was married too, but separated. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Patchy always talks like they're together. I'm surprised to hear that she wrote anything official. Yeah. I think I mentioned it. We had a family that 2 of their kids committed suicide. Oh, my goodness. That's horrible. Wow. Yeah. I had 2 friends that committed suicide together, and that was hell. It was hell. I was in high school, and we were going into spring break, And I saw both of them. They were cleaning their lockers out, and I talked independently with each one of them about what we were going to do the following week because we had made plans to go do things together. And they went and killed themselves together. So that sucked. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Sloan. Yeah, I don't know a lot about her. And I don't watch all of her videos, so it's, you know what I mean? So it's not like I don't know much about her. One of my cousins took his own life, and he was almost 35. My dad's oldest brother took his own life, and he was almost 40. Wow, Janet, that sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. Did anyone watch the Oprah interview and what they thought of it? I can't stand Oprah. Really? Um, I didn't watch the Oprah interview. I mean, I've kind of seen like bits and pieces here and there. Yeah. So let me ask you this. Did you watch it, Ken? Because if you did, I want to ask you a question about it that I saw this little brief like excerpt and I didn't know if they had like altered it or if it was real. Hey God, what's happening? Okay, let me tell you about the little so Meghan Markle was saying that the royal family that they were like racist. So I was like, I'm not sure, just so unhappy. Yeah. So and then I saw like on the clip, then all of a sudden you see Harry's brother walking, and a reporter says to William and to his wife, um, "Are you in the royal family racist?" And he turned around and looked, and he's like, "I'm not racist." No, he said, "We're not racist." So I was like, hmm. Not sure, just so unhappy. Yeah. Yeah. That's so sad though. Two in one family. Ugh, my word. She's a liar. Just have such a hard time with deceitful people. I do too, Lori. I feel your pain. Trust me. I feel your pain. I'm just saying, as far as Sloan goes, like, I know she has gifts and I've watched some of her videos. I don't know anything else other than that. I have hard to believe the royals stopped Meghan from getting help when they let Harry. He got therapy for 3 years. My nurse complaining about nothing. Yeah, right? I thought the interview was really insightful. It's what happened to Diana all over again. I just wanted to hug Harry. He still feels her passing every day. Oh, I bet. You know, I'm actually going to do a video on Princess Diana here soon. Yeah. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. If any of this is true, like the little bits and pieces that I've seen, if any of it's true, that's so sad. But you know, like not everything's black and white. So, for example, someone could say something to me and I could take it to mean, oh my gosh, they don't like me, they're being racist against me. Whereas maybe they mean it a different way. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. Is the royal family racist? I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to go there. It is not possible considering she was campaigning mental health with the other three royals. How can you not know who to get help from? Is her husband a win? I wonder if she is a narcissist. A lot of people have said that about her. Well, you know, here's what I didn't get. Here's what I don't get about her. Okay. I don't know crap about her really, except I think her dad is from Maryland. I think she's initially from Maryland. Is that what I heard? And like she's having all these problems with her dad. So I don't know anything. I don't know anything about her dad. But I do know when the problems first started before she married Harry with her dad, like her dad, a neighbor of her dad or something came forward and said that what he's saying was true. I don't know. So, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. But if they're, when they were saying the racist part, here's what I don't get. If you look at her, I would never know that she wasn't white. You know what I mean? Like, I would never know that. How would I know that? You know what I mean? Unless it, you know, it was published all over TV. So I know that she has a white dad and a African American mom. But to look at her, I would never know that, you know? She would call and tip them off when she was going somewhere and get the photo op. That's true about Diana. That's so true. And you know what? The sad reality is that's what ultimately caused her demise. Like, she would call and tip them off, but yet she was the one saying how much she hated the paparazzi and how they drove too fast and they took too many risks and they did. So yeah. I can't wait to do her video. It's gonna be cool. She is definitely full of herself. She thinks the whole world will stop because of a comment. I think her perception is wrong if something was said. Oh yes, Sloan is gifted and funny and crazy and I love her, but she's not as open as I thought she was. It's just small things, but I find she's hiding so much now that her son died. Oh wow, that's sad. That's true. She has isolated her family, now his family. Leos are notorious for being racist. Megan is a Leo. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Hi Carla. I don't know anything about people's astrological signs, or that's not my thing. I don't know any of that stuff. So I don't know. That's true, Ken. And you know what? I will say this, like, anybody that knows me knows that I loved Michael Jackson. Okay. I had a connection with him. He was, in my opinion, an amazing human being. I think all the stuff that they were saying about him was BS. But one thing that I will say about him is he had, honey, that's really loud, babe. Sorry, guys. What? Oh, okay. He's in there practicing the keyboard. Michael did that many times throughout his career. Like, he would sit there and let the paparazzi know where he was going to be, right? And so, of course, they would show up full force, you know, balls to the wall, taking pictures and, you know, videos. And then he would get upset about it. And it's like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? Like, Victoria, that is what I thought. It would not affect the baby at all. Right. I don't believe Archie is her real son. DJ tried to tell everyone with the monkey in overalls. It wasn't about race, it's about truth. Why have not William and Kate and other royals the same problems? True. Yeah, I study astrology a lot. Oh, good. Yeah, I just don't, it's just not my thing. Like, I have just never been into it. You know, probably because I was never guided to get into it or guided to learn, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome. Like, I've watched several of Sloane's videos, and when she's talking about, oh, it's this and they're this sign and this sign and this sign and this moon, and I'm just like blown away. Like, that's like such a huge plethora of knowledge, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's cool when people know it. I just can't do it. I have a crazy Aquarius. What? Yeah. Well, that's so true, Ken. You know, if you're around them all the time, you're going to get used to the way they do things. And, but now Meghan and Harry aren't around them ever. So yeah. Mary. 5 glasses of wine in. I got my little diet lemonade here. How about that? Right, Candy Marion's royalty, it's a business and there are rules. That's so true. I mean, it's a different life. And if you become part of that life, you have to adjust to that life, you know? I don't think it would be that hard to get adjusted to that kind of life, if you ask me. I mean, I'm sure it's there's a lot more to it. I'm sure, you know, as far as you have to dress perfectly and you have to say the right thing whenever you're out, you know. Yeah, I could never do that. That would never work for me. Out of William and Kate too, I think Harry and William will be okay. They have a bond and a connection that goes deep. You can feel it. I agree, Shannon, but you know, whenever I see William, I think of his dad. I think he comes off like his dad, whereas Harry comes off like Diana. Which there's nothing wrong with either, you know, either way. But I just think that, I don't know, I personally just, and look, I don't know them, I've never met them, right? But I just feel like Harry is more sympathetic, more of his mom. You know what I mean? Like a little bit more down to earth. Whereas I feel like William is more stoic and, you know, on the job, which he should be, but you know what I mean. Wow. I don't have the memory anymore for astrology stuff, but it sure seems interesting. Definitely. It definitely seems interesting. The author of Harry's biography pointed out that Harry was in therapy over his mother. Charles was in therapy. So there was plenty of references for a therapist. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Cheers, Barry. I am not a wine drinker, y'all. I like this one wine from this one winery for this 1 year. That's it. I'm just weird. It's so weird too, because I'm like, I love grapes, you know? I love red grapes. I love green grapes. I can't stand wine. Ugh. So I went to the doctor's this week, you guys. Oh, me too. Yep. Harry is definitely his mom. Yep. It would never work for Meghan, but that did not stop her from marrying into the royals. Very true. Hey, Rain, what's happening? I think she's getting exactly what she planned from the beginning. Press. Very true. Very true. Yes, that's what let's see. Yes, what I have heard too. Harry's more like his mother. Yeah. Simone Speaks has some good videos about how she thinks Meghan is a narcissist. Leos can be narcissistic, but other signs can be too. They're just some of the worst offenders. Yeah. Narcissist. Ugh. Isn't the second child always more outgoing and boisterous? William has a duty to the throne. Harry is more carefree because he doesn't have... That's true. He doesn't have that commitment, so he doesn't really have to worry about that aspect of it. Harry is one of us. Hey, Tina, what's happening? I think anyone puts a monkey in overalls are racist. Me too. Went to Italy and barely sipped the stuff. So you know, you feel me, Cynthia. Ugh, wine. I just can't do it. I feel like he knows he had something to do with his mom's death. Yeah. Okay. So I went to the doctor this week, you guys. And, you know, I get in the little room and get all that stuff done. And then the doctor walks in and she's like, so how are you doing? How are things going? And I'm like, oh, they're okay. They'd be much better if I weren't in here though. And she was like, I know. And I was like, no, seriously, like, I don't want to get COVID. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. So she was saying, she asked me if I was interested in the vaccine. And I said, you know, no, not right now. You know, I'm just not sure. I've heard of a couple more people dying after having the vaccine. And I'm sure, you know, there are more people living having the vaccine than dying. But it's just scary. You know, it's just really scary. So she went on to tell me she's pregnant, which I didn't know. She's pregnant. And she's like, yeah, you know, being a doctor and being pregnant, like, I'm supposed to get the vaccine and I'm afraid. Like, I'm scared. I'm growing a human in my body and I'm scared of the vaccine. So we had a nice little talk about that. Anyway, everything else checked out. All my blood work and everything was good. I'm going to have an appointment with the dietitian. Because I told her, I said, look, I need to get this weight off and I need to get healthy. And I lost all the weight before doing low carb. I was drinking Herbalife shakes too, but I was doing primarily like low carb. So I'm supposed to have a virtual appointment coming up at some point in the next couple of weeks with a dietitian. So I'm interested to see what this person's going to say. Because I just need to get this weight off. Like, I'm just over it at this point. I drink Dominican wine. It's delicious. Oh, I've never tried it. I'd been so pleased. I have nothing. Very true, Ken. I have twin boys who are 15 and 13-year-old, and the second one is definitely more boisterous. Megan is down to earth, putting out with bitchiness, but she better watch her back because the Royals ain't no joke. True. I also think the first baby was a moon bump, not related to Megan, maybe not even Harry. I'm thinking the second baby too. Was it there for a mammogram? No. Let me tell you, that's one thing. She's like, you need your OBGYN appointment. No, GYN. I'm not pregnant. You need your GYN appointment. Because I'm at like risk for, I don't know, uterine cancer, I think, cervical cancer. So she's like, you have that appointment, you need your mammogram, you're a year behind on your mammogram, and you need your colonoscopy done. And I was like, look, let me tell you something. And she was like, I know, I get it. I'm going to put all these on hold for right now. And I was like, look, if I have any kind of issues, you best believe I'll be calling and going in. But for now, I don't want to go into anywhere that I don't have to go into, But she was cool with it. I mean, what was she going to say? No, you have to go, The DJ didn't do it. He just showed the picture. I was to say the baby is as funny as a monkey being a real kid. It wasn't meant to be about race. Oh, I don't know. So as always said, her and John didn't live together. She said that months ago they live each other. They just don't live together. They love each other. They just don't live together. Okay. I'm done. 5 cups in. I'm feeling goofy listening to my mama's oldies till I see you're online. It clicks so quick. Oh, good, Mary. Thanks for coming in. Let's see. Maybe you can get something to speed up your thyroid. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Shoo. Love each other. I am overweight too. And I feel so hard to lose weight. It's so weird because in 2015, when I started my weight loss journey, I dropped so much weight. I did so well, but I was also like working out twice a day. I was at that gym twice a day, or I was at the gym once a day. And then when I was at home, I was out walking 7 or 8 miles every day. Like it was just, I was working out an insane amount. So of course I was going to lose weight. If you work out that much and you're not taking in, carbs and calories, then of course you're going to lose weight. So, but I have to I want it to last. You know what I mean? I've gained back 30 pounds of what I lost. So I just need to do it like the right way, Thanks, Carla. Yeah, it's just, I'm over it. People are overweight due to not being active. That's true. And, unfortunately, with the Chiari and all the issues I have because of it, it's hard. Like, it's hard, to stay focused and to continue to work out and to continue to push. Like, I do fine in the summertime, but my Chiari is at its worst in the wintertime. So, yeah, it's hard, y'all. But I'm not complaining. I'm gonna do what I have to do to get this weight off and get healthy because I'm just over it at this point. Yeah, right? No more sweets. Tag on. Sucks. My husband was like, I was like, can you go buy Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme and get some donuts for breakfast tomorrow morning? And he was like, we don't need to eat that for breakfast. And And I was like, oh, I know. Okay. Yeah. Wonder if they let him go so easily because the rumors about Harry not being Charles' son is true. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be crazy, huh? Wow. Well, I will check both things out. Carla used to watch him, but she concentrated too much on Meghan and Harry, and I got bored with it. Don't be so hard on yourself. No one is perfect. Thank you, Candy. How you doing, girl? I just know, I've been there before. I know how to get the weight off. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of getting back into that mind frame. But this time around, I don't want to be like overdoing it with working out. You know what I mean? Because it's just going to get me nowhere. Because what happened last time was I got an injury. And so then I was like, well, crap, my hips messed up. So now I can't work out. And then that turned into, I was like, oh, I can eat junk food. It'll be fine. You know what I mean? I've got to just get it out of my system. I thought the plan was in the studio apartment above their house just for filming. No one is perfect. Ain't that the truth? I work out. Let's see. What am I doing? I work out 6 days a week. It's not the workout, losing weight, and the food that you're consuming. True. Mine is a cup of tea and a donut at night. Ugh. Look, I didn't have the nickname of donut since I was like 4 without a reason, okay? Daddy would give us a quarter, right? And I would walk up to this 7-Eleven store up the street, and I would always come back with 2 donuts. And he was like, why is it that you always get donuts? Why don't you get candy like your sister? And I was like, I don't want candy. I want donuts. Love me some donuts, y'all. Okay, let's see. I gained 10 pounds during this whole thing. Doesn't seem like a lot, but I don't fit in my pants like I used to. I feel you. 10 pounds. No, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot. I know this. My husband is a meal planner and a personal trainer if you ever need any tips. Wow, Mary, that would be awesome. Thank you, honey. That's awesome. Those people who look perfect are working on it 24 hours a day. Like Julia Roberts in the movie, I've been starving for 10 years to look like that. Yeah, true. That's so true. I mean, I remember back when I was going to the gym all the time. It was always the same people at the gym. The faithful. It was always the same faithful people all the time. But I mean, they were also like there for several hours, like I was. You know what I mean? So. Oh, really, Charlene? His parents don't like her. Wow, his family. That's crazy. I feel my intuition. She did a reading for some dissatisfied customer. Perhaps they stalked her son. I don't know. My opinion, my intuition only. Oh, wow, Tina. Wow. That would suck. I mean, I had a dream about her son's death. And I emailed her and I never heard from her. So I was like, okay. Yeah, I don't know. The best video. Well, I can't even talk. The best video of the moon map is when Meghan is walking into the big cathedral for the celebration of the Commonwealth. The BBC video, she's trying to hide it as she is walking in. Oh, okay. Was that your Mr. V? Did you do the job for me? What are you talking about, girl? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. A little slow tonight. Super hard, but I will motivate you to work out. Good. I need it. I think ice cream cones are awesome. Oh, me too. That's another thing. My sister's addicted to ice cream. I'm not actually as bad as she is because my dad, my dad had polio. So he had no feeling in his legs. So he had like braces around his waist that went down and he walked using crutches in his upper body. But he was like a small man, right? Because of the polio, it like stunted his growth. but he loved him some ice cream. So every single night he would sit and eat a bowl of ice cream. But he was just this little teeny tiny thing, right? You know, he could only eat a half a sandwich. He could only eat like a couple of potato chips. But man, you give him a big bowl of ice cream, he would sit there, even if he was miserable, to finish it. And so my sister got addicted to ice cream because of my dad, you know. I mean, I love me some ice cream, don't get me wrong. Like right now, I want to go hop in the car and drive somewhere to get some ice cream. But I'm not as addicted to ice cream as I am to donuts. But I haven't had donuts in a long time either. It's been a while since I've had donuts. Honestly. What? That's one I could find. Anyone know any others? Would not bother with the cones. Just eat the whole tub. There you go. Carla, I'm just going by my intuition too. I believe someone's targeted Keith too. I mean, me too, Mary. I love me some food. Yeah. So I haven't been able to connect with her son yet. I feel so bad for her. I don't know. I definitely feel like her son was targeted. I can say that much. Yeah. And I think like the dream that I had, yeah, I think it was real about his death. Someone I think tested her, went to see how psychic she really is. Someone will tell you she is off her games with her son flipped her. It's so sad. She needs her time. She'll make it through this. I hope so, because I can't even imagine, like, yeah. Bye, Shannon. Thanks for coming in, honey. Oh, happy Saturday. You too, honey. Yeah, I'm not teeny tiny, but I need to get motivated and walk. It's just hard taking that first step. It is, isn't it? Hubby and I went out and walked. It wasn't very far, but his back started killing him. So we got to figure out what's going on with his back. Oh, I'm so sorry. Tina, that sucks. I'm so sorry. Ooh, tasty cakes. Chocolate. Yum. Y'all are making me hungry. No, I've never made a bread pudding from Krispy Kreme glazed donuts. Don't tell me that. Oh my goodness. Hi, hon.
Hello, everyone.
What's happening? No, Mary, but I have Instagram. And now I have Twitter, but I don't ever go on there. And I have TikTok, but I've never posted anything. Yeah. I don't know how people do it. How do these people do it? How do they stay like dedicated to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok? How do they do it? I don't know how the heck they do it. Like, there's not enough hours in the day to like do all of that. What's up?
Just hanging out.
That sucks, Tina. I'm so sorry to hear about your son. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be hard. Holy crap.
I know, right?
This is why you didn't offer it to me.
There's only one left. You can have it.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you were going to take it even before I said you could have it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
What are you gonna do?
Not a daggone thing. Carla said, hey, Victoria's husband. Yeah. I've never had Tim Hortons. Never. Social media junkies. Yep. I don't know how people do it. Honestly, it blows my mind when I see people that, they list all their social media, and if you go and look, they post on everything. Like, I can't do that. I barely post on Instagram. I've never posted on TikTok. Twitter, I don't even really follow it. It's insane. I don't know how people have all this time to do all this stuff. I don't know. So my son and his girlfriend are taking his girlfriend's daughter to Luray Caverns tomorrow. It's out like in the past the Shenandoah, and it's underground caverns. And I haven't been there, and it's been years. Like, we went. It was like a field trip when I was in school a couple times. It was like an all-day field trip. Like, you had to meet at the school at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, it was all day. So they're taking her there tomorrow. So that should be fun. And my son was like, "Oh, you guys should come too." But I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I think they need, like, when my son started dating his girlfriend, like, COVID. The entire time they've been dating, it's been COVID. So they've not been able to, like, go out very often on a real date or do anything, So, like, the other day, they wanted me to go with them. They were going to go run an errand or something. I was like, "No, you kids go, have fun." And they ended up going to a casino and, having a blast. And I was like, "See, you kids need that. You need your time, to go do stuff together." So that's why I'm kind of like, they're going to go tomorrow, and I just want them to enjoy her daughter. My son bonds with her really well. It's so cute. They're so cute. Like, all three of them together are so cute. So yeah, I was kind of like, "Oh, you guys go have fun." And there's the guy on Dukes of Hazzard, Cooter, the mechanic guy. He has like a restaurant out there. He's since died, but there's a General Lee there, and there's all kinds of like history from the show there, and cool stuff to see. So I was like, she's too young. She's not gonna know what the Dukes of Hazzard are. But I was like, you and Shay will know. So, like, go take her to that restaurant after you get out of the cavern. So they're gonna go do that afterwards, I think, which will be fun. Let's see. I like some horn donut. Megan is not the first black in the Queen's family. The Queen's great-great-great-grandmother, Charlotte, was part black. Oh, wow. Me either. I never was messed with my TikTok. You know what? I will tell you this, though. I have found some funny people on TikTok. I found some funny people on TikTok, y'all. But it's horrible. Excuse me. It's horrible because I'm like, I'm going to go on TikTok for 5 minutes. And then before you know it, it's like 35 minutes later, and I'm like, ugh. So annoying. Okay, let's see. Let me get caught up here. Press 1 Harry flubbed up on the speech to the press. If you listen back, he says the baby was born 2 weeks ago. Megan's face. You have to look at her face. Oh, wow. And people watch 2 or more hours on one show. I hit Tim Hortons in Canada. It's so good. For real, that's for sure. I've wondered myself about something. It's their only way of making money, I guess. True. I mean, I do know that's how they make their money, but still. Crapola. I mean, hopefully there'll come a day where I make money off of YouTube. Right now I make a little bit here and there off of readings, but I'm paying taxes on it, don't you know? Speaking of taxes, we need to get ours done soon. I'm the brokest psychic you'll ever know. How about that? I don't do that much in one day. Yeah. Tasty cakes. Yeah, that sounds really good. What is my name on Instagram, y'all? Is it My Psychic Life? I don't know, y'all. I'm really bad at this. I have to look it up because honestly, I can't remember. That's pretty sad, huh? My Psychic Life. at My Psychic Life. What? What do you think about J-Lo and A-Rod breaking up? Saw that coming. My son said I shouldn't call annoying people cooters. That's funny, Cynthia. I know that word is like, you know, we all know what cooter was back in the 80s. So when I found that place, I was like, ugh, weird. But no. I'm on Facebook and Insta. Okay. Yeah, Mary, friend me on, send me a thing. Is that what it's called on Instagram? A follow. I don't know, y'all. Cat girls, and I love TikTok. I actually laugh. Okay, so let me tell y'all about this person. Did I tell you about Aaron Tishner on TikTok last week? So it's this young black guy. He's African, you know, he's an African American guy. He has long hair, and he dresses like a woman, but he has like a mustache, right? But he just cracks me up, y'all. He took the time to actually write to me. Like, he emailed me, and we chit-chatted. Some of his stuff, I'm kind of like, ugh. Some of it, I think just because I'm older, like if I were in my 20s or 30s, maybe I'd be okay with the things that he says. But some of them, I'm kind of like, okay, you didn't have to say that. You know what I mean? But he's known for it. He says, hey, bitch, or hello, bitch. But it's just funny. But you have to like watch him. Like, he puts these heels on, like these huge heels, and runs in them, right? I can't even walk in heels that high, let alone run in them. But he's funny. There's just something about him. He's just funny, y'all. He's just funny. He really is. So I feel you, Pat. I get on there and just laugh my ass off at some of those people. If you do a reading, you should always keep records and ask for ID. Yeah, I don't ask for anybody's ID. I do keep records, you know, because I have to pay taxes on my PayPal account, which is how I bill, you know. So, I mean, that's how because that account I only use for readings. That's all I use it for, so that I can keep track of it for tax purposes. So, yeah. But I don't ever ask for ID. I mean, it's probably something I should do, but I haven't ever. They pumped me full of saline when I had my first. I was so confused why, and I was so swollen. Oh, I bet. Don't forget to give a big thumbs up. Definitely deserve. Thank you, Candy. Thank you. He is so funny, isn't he, Darlene? You're talking about Aaron, right? Oh, he's funny. Thank you, Tina, for the thumbs up. Thank you, Candy. She looks swollen right now. Yeah. Isn't she pregnant right now? Okay, y'all, I didn't watch the interview, so I don't know what went on, but isn't she pregnant? All right. I don't know. It's pretty hard to get me laughing these days. Too far, and I don't like humor that hurts people. I understand, Lori. I feel you. That's why I say Aaron Tishner, some of the stuff he says is funny, and some of it I'm just like, now why did you need to say that? You know what I mean? But I feel like I'm like his mom, you know, so I'm just like, you shouldn't have said that part, you know? But he's a really nice guy. He really is a good guy. He's a good dude. You know, but I'm also not the person like, I actually know people that if you aren't on the same team with them, in that if you don't agree with them as far as like voting or whatever, your belief system isn't the same as theirs, they won't have anything to do with you. Okay. Which I think is totally freaking ridiculous. You know, I never in my life has it ever been, oh, hi, my name's Victoria. Do you vote Independent, Republican, or Democrat? You know what I mean? Like, I don't care who you vote for. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what your personal likes and dislikes are. If you're a good person and you're a funny person, then we're going to be fine. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter what color you are. If you're a moron, you're a moron, regardless of your skin color. You know what I mean? So that's why people that are like, oh, I can't follow you because you believe differently. I got an instant message and someone read me the riot act on Instagram about how, oh, I thought you were such a good person. I thought you were this. I thought you were that. Okay, so let me just tell you. So this person goes on this rambling rant, okay? How they're not going to watch my channel anymore, and oh, I thought you were such a good person, and blah, 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 right? I was like, where is this coming from? So I write back to this person, okay, and I don't even know who this person is, keep in mind, okay? On their Instagram, there was no picture, okay? They had posted nothing, okay? I probably shouldn't have even, like, have accepted the request to begin with because they didn't have a picture, but I was like, whatever. You know what I mean? So this is what it came down to. Are you ready for this? They apparently had went on my TikTok, and on my TikTok, I followed the Republican something or another TikTok, and I followed the Democratic something or another TikTok, right? So I followed both of them. Okay, but apparently this numbskull only saw that I followed the Republican one. And so he goes on and on and on and on and on about what a horrible person I am because I love Trump. I was like, so where in my TikToks, where in my Instagram did you get that I love Trump? First of all. Second of all, if I did love Trump, that's on me. That has nothing to do with you. And if you're really going to take the time and effort to say all this stuff to me and to never subscribe to me again on YouTube and to not watch any of my videos, well, goodbye. See ya. You know what I mean? But it's like, why? What are people thinking? And, you know, I said something to my husband the other day. It's like, through the years, okay, for the past 50 plus years, all right, never in my life did I ever discuss politics with people to where it was my friendship with them was contingent upon how they believed with politics. You know what I mean? Like, that blows my mind. Like, look, if I like Joe Biden, that's okay. If I like former President Trump, that's okay. If I don't like any of them, that's okay too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to have a friendship contingent upon us completely 150% believing exactly the same way. So let me tell you, so when I wrote to this person and I said, I don't know where this is coming from, but have a great day, whatever, unsubscribe, I'm fine with it. He proceeded to write back and say, he was talking about how I was homophobic and all this other stuff. And so I read this last message from this guy, right? And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking serious? Are you for real? I'm homophobic? Me? I'm the furthest thing from homophobic. Look, I don't care what color you are. I don't care if you see yourself as a boy, a girl, non-binary, if you're transgendered. I don't care if you're pansexual. I don't care if you're gay, if you're a lesbian, if you're queer. I don't care. That is none of my personal business. If I like you as a person, I like you as a person. I don't care who you're with. I don't care who you marry. That's not contingent. Our friendship's not contingent upon who you marry. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I proceeded to write back to him and I just laid everything out. And I said, I don't even know why I'm wasting my time because I don't need to explain myself to you or anybody else, you know. And I just laid it out. And I was about to like block him, and apparently he must have read it and sent the message through. So I hit block as his message was coming through. And you know what I did? I just clicked on it and deleted it because I was like, I am not even going to read it because it's not even worth my time or energy. You know what I mean? It's just, what is wrong with people? And never, you know, I talked to my husband. I'm like, never did I ever ask anybody who they voted for. I don't give a shit who you vote for. I don't care. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, in my business as a psychic, I come in contact with everyone. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had a problem doing a reading for somebody based on who they voted for or based on what their sexual preference is. I don't give a crap. I could care less, right? Sorry, you guys. But it's just frustrating. Like, because I do come in contact with so many different walks of life, you know, and I pride myself on the fact that if you're a good person, I'm going to like you. You know what I mean? If you're a shitty person, chances are I'm not going to like you. And I'm going to see right through you right away. And I'm definitely not going to like you. You know what I mean? But even if I don't like you, I'm not going to be shitty to you. I'm just going to say, you know what? I don't agree with you. You're not a very good person. I'm just going to walk away. You know what I mean? It's that simple. Okay. So, oh, so she's due in May. Oh, okay. So she is pregnant. Okay. Okay. I think she must have been 6 months pregnant before announcing it on. Oh, wow. Once a great while, I can be grossed out. Me too, Pat. I feel ya. Especially on TikTok. Some of them I'm like, that's just tacky. How do you spell his name? Oh, Aaron Tishner. It's Aaron, T like Tom, Ichnor. And like I said, don't hold it against me. Like, some of his stuff is tacky. He says sometimes they're kind of tacky. But most of them where he's just running around like a crazy person and he's like, hey, bitch, it's funny. And the funniest part is my husband can say it like exactly like he can. So, oh my God, it cracks me up so bad. So my husband can just be like totally pissed off. I can be totally pissed off at him if he said that or just bust up laugh. Hopefully you can tell us Victoria if she's pregnant. Actually, you don't need any trouble. Yeah, no doubt. Thanks, Pat. Did you hear my voice? I sound like a prepubescent little 14-year-old boy. They just said summer baby on the interview. You guys heard me. Right, we don't need to get Victorian. I gave you my Instagram, right? What is it again? At My Psychic Life. Right, Cynthia? That's what I said. Look, I have never gone on a YouTube video and then watched it and then completely disagreed with them and felt the need to send them like a long message about it. You know what I mean? It's just so easy just to click out of it. Like, people are so stupid. And I feel bad. Okay? Because as I'm going off on this guy, I can clearly feel psychically that there was a lot going on with him. You know what I mean? Hindsight's 2020. Looking back, I could have maybe said, you know what, let's just put this crap aside and let me just, you know, say this, and this to you. Which in most cases, that's what I would have done. But I think he just kept pushing when he like replied back, and it just got me to the point I was having a rough day anyway, and I was just like, oh, I'm over this. I am so over this guy. You know what I mean? Like, and look, I know, and I'm not trying to stereotype, but the majority of my clients are female, because it's hard a lot of times for men to open up, you know, and to be vulnerable, to ask for a reading, you know what I mean? So I didn't like to just kind of blow them off like that after the fact, but it was kind of like, you know, I wasn't getting anywhere, and I was just like, ugh. But I mean, I do feel bad because men have a really hard time opening up, and the fact that he was taking the time out of his day, I probably should have just, I don't know, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Tina. Oh, bye, Carla. Bye, honey. Bye. Have a great weekend. You guys, am I like so far behind? Let me see. Why do people go through all the trouble? Exactly. I always said, as long as that person is good to me, I don't care what anyone says about them. Me too. That's how I feel. And I did shut him down. And look, I feel bad about that today. You know what I mean? Like, I try, y'all. I'm in my 50s. I try. You know? But I need to, like, maybe I should have handled that one differently. I don't know. Sometimes, you know, I get I get these messages so often that I just get so frustrated sometimes that I'm just like, ugh, I'm up to here, having a bad day, I'm done. You know what I mean? And I just have to cut them right off. Other times I'll go along with them for a little while and then I'm like, no, I'm done, you know. But usually I don't block them. This guy I blocked. I was like so pissed. I was just, you know, and I live and learn, right? Ooh, I like people that don't hurt me. I'm so tired of people being mean to me. That pulls me back from going online. Aw. Oh, good, Mary. I feel you, Lori. I feel your pain. I know. I mean, I get it. You know, and I get it that people don't believe in psychics. And so, you know, automatically people are coming in defensive, which is fine, you know, but you don't have to like go off and assume things about me and insinuate things about me. Like if he would have said to me, I saw that you liked the Republican whatever on TikTok. You know, are you a Republican? I would have said, well, did you also see that I liked the Democratic one? You know what I mean? Like, I would have said, look, everybody knows Joe Biden is not my favorite president, okay? Joe Biden has health issues. I'm telling you this, you guys. He has serious health issues, and it's really upsetting to me that his wife and the people around him let it continue. It really is upsetting to me. I kind of like look at it like he's like a grandpa, and like, how can you do that to your grandpa? You know what I mean? So it really upsets me. He needs help. He's sick. He has issues. He needs to go live in a home somewhere and enjoy his grandkids, you know, with what time he has left. Like it just really, it really bothers me, y'all. Can't deal with people I feel energy and the way this world is set up. Achieve I can go. Yep, so true. So true. True. Wearing blinders. That's so true, Ken. Aw, thanks, Mary. You know, chances are, so let me give you an example. I recently did a reading in the past few weeks. I did this reading for this person, and so from the beginning of doing this reading, I was feeling like apprehension, and I could tell that she wasn't like, I think she was more of a skeptic than a believer, right? So she really, you know, she started off, I was getting like negative energy, and, you know, and I'm like, okay. Yeah. And it happens a lot. So I'm like, okay, no problem. You know, so I put that aside and I do her reading, and I don't hear from her. Right. And I was like, haven't heard from her. So I was like, well, cause what I do is I send it to the person. Right. So I emailed her and I said, did you get the file that I sent you? And she was like, no. I was like, oh, okay. So resend it to her. And then I didn't hear from her for several days. And I was like, guess she didn't really like her reading. Well, then she ended up contacting me back and just being like totally blown away. And, you know, telling me that how much she appreciated the reading, and, you know, and she was telling me the people that I was, you know, connecting with, who it was. And so, you know, that just goes, like, I have skeptics come to me all the time, and I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with a skeptic. You know, I like skeptics, you know, and if they can walk away from me and say, hey, like, she knew stuff about me that nobody else should have ever known, then okay, you know what I mean? But I don't have to win every skeptic over, you know? And it's never been like a priority to me that I feel like I have to. My husband's a perfect example. He'll say, I don't know, he'll tell somebody I'm a psychic or something. They're like, yeah, right, whatever, psychics aren't real or whatever, right? Or they'll be mean or something. And my hubby will be like, you need to tell him something. Tell him something that you're getting or that you're seeing, you know, because he's just so pissed at the moment, right? That they're like going against me. And I always like look at him and I'm like, I don't need to tell him anything. Like, I don't owe him any kind of explanation. You know what I mean? And I just kind of leave it be and walk away. And he's like, well, you should have told him this, and you should have told him what you saw, and you should have, you know. And I'm just like, I don't have to prove anything to him. Like, you know what I mean? I'm at the age to where if you don't believe in me, oh well, it's your loss. You know what I mean? Like, that's your loss. That's fine. So, yeah. Oh no, Lori, that's horrible. Me too, Candy. I am entirely too old for it. Like, I'm just too old for it at this point in my life. Yeah. You know what, Tina? That's funny that you say that because I was just about to say that. I think in a lot of people's cases, that's what it is. Like, they don't like your vibe. They don't like your light. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times that's why people just don't like me from the jump. They can't handle it. Aw, thank you, Mary. Thank you. Wow, there you go, Candy. There you go. You got to stand up for yourself. Wow. That's crazy, Lori. I'm so sorry to hear that. But I do agree that a lot of times it's just you. And it's not negative. It's not a negative aspect of you. It's a positive aspect. And they just don't like it and they don't want to deal with it. And that's good for them. I'm kind of like this. How you are in life is how you are in death. I don't care what color you are. If you're a moron, regardless of your color. I don't give a crap what color you are. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of get to a point where you're like, if they're going to choose not to see the good in me and not to accept me, well, that's their problem and that's on them, not me. You know what I mean? Because how someone looks at you, that's their problem. Not, you know what I mean? That's not your problem. It's how they're choosing to look at you. That's on them. They're not even worth your time. Trust me. Trust me. I have a couple of friends that I've been friends with for years. We're talking years and years. And I don't have time for it in my life. I mean, I have two friends that I'm still friends with that I've been friends with since I was 4 years old. Okay. 4 years old. And then I have two friends that I've been friends with since elementary school. So what I'm trying to say is maybe you're not the problem. Maybe it's them. You know what I mean? Because I still have like all of my friends from years ago, you know, but then I have friends that I've known for years that I've had to just like cut them off and walk away. And that's just how it is. They seem to just like me become nasty. But Lori, I'm telling you, it's not, excuse me, I'm not getting that it's because of you. You know what I mean? It's because of how they're perceiving you. It's how they're looking at you. It's not coming from you directly. I don't think people understand that having experience like yourself and other things aren't always an easy thing. It makes you question your life. I've seen things and I don't know if it's true. My circle is smaller than a Cheeto. That's funny. There you go, Mary. I mean, that's me as well. You know, yeah, I have plenty of friends I've had for years, and then I have friends that I've made along the way. But for the most part, I always resort back to the friends I've had for years, and that's like my little group, you know? True, Tina, true. I wish someone could tell me my oldest son and his wife if they are going to be allowed to keep their daughter to be her parents. Janet, I'm kind of like shut down tonight. Um, Bye, Darlene. Have fun at the gym. Have a great weekend. I am kind of shut down, Janet, but I do feel like eventually it'll work out, but I think it's going to be like a long-term thing. There's going to be a lot more involved. I can't be around people with bad vibes. You and me both. You and me both. Trust me. You know who's not on here tonight? Who's not on here? Karen's not on here, and Kim's not on here. Kim from Colorado. She's not on here. Julia's not on. Who else are we missing? I'm so sorry, Janet. I do feel like it's going to work out eventually. But I do feel like there's like some more time involved. Yeah. You guys, I've been having visions, and I figured out who it is. It's Elisa Lamb. So I'm going to end up doing a video on her, I think. There you go, Mary. That's how I am. My husband, my son, my sister, and then 2 really close friends. That's it. True, Ken. Ken, you're so funny. Oh, hey, Melissa, what's going on? Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. Is everything all right? Sorry. Sometimes I'm like reading this stuff and it gets past me and then I don't know what's going on. Yeah, she's, good Lord. Cynthia, really? You're supposed to have feet? Good Lord, that sucks. Yeah, I don't want to go too much into the Delphi stuff right now. There's a reason for it, so I'm gonna choose not to talk about that right now. But let me just say this for the camera, in case this one person is watching. I see you. I know you're a murderer. I see you. Sorry, guys. Had to do it. She's only 3 weeks old, just because she doesn't eat like she's supposed to. Wants to sleep a lot. Aw. Yeah, you guys, it's the most bizarre thing. So let me tell you, I had watched like a Dollar Tree video on YouTube, right? And I clicked out of it, and this like recommended video came up, and I don't know what it was, but something told me I needed to click on it. So I click on it, and I'm like, what in the heck am I watching? Right? Because immediately I was like, oh, what is this? Right? I didn't know anything about this Elisa Lamb girl. Okay. Okay. So I'm starting to watch this video and I'm like, what in the heck? And they're talking about like the Hotel Cecil, Hotel Cecil. And all of a sudden, like everything disappeared and I started having visions. And I was having like very like detailed visions of what happened to this girl. It was insane. And of course I'm like, what in the heck? Right. So I finally get done with these visions. Okay. And then I was just kind of like, Okay, Musa, what the heck is going on? And I was at this point because okay, let me rewind. So when I click on this video, something told me I needed to watch this video, and it said the Hotel Cecil. So I click on it and I'm like, what in the heck am I watching? Because immediately they're talking about like paranormal stuff at this hotel in Los Angeles. And so I'm like, what am I watching? Why did I click on this? Because it just wasn't making any sense of why I clicked on it. What made me click on it? Then all of a sudden, I started having the visions. And so I'm seeing the visions and I'm like, so the visions are done. And I'm like, what in the heck did that have to do with this hotel? Well, so I go and I put in this woman's name in Google and it comes up. And one of the things that came up was the Hotel Cecil. And I was just like, oh crap. Okay. So that video had to do with where she died. I'm going to do a video on it, y'all. I'm telling you. I was just mind blown. Okay. Kid. Oh my gosh, please don't put Barry out there searching for Barry and all his buddies who searched 200 miles radius, right? In like one day or something. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, definitely. The water tank had a lid. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. It's it's insane. Like, yeah. You'll see what I'm talking about when I lay it all out. But I have to get it like lay it all out in my mind to be able to do the video, because a lot of it I was just like, wait, what was that? Like, a lot of it didn't make sense, kind of, but then it all kind of came together and it made sense, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, ah, Ken, oh my gosh. Oh crap. I think I just knocked something over. Something went flying. Yeah. Can you believe that? Barry sold the house. Unbelievable. He sold the house because he knew she wasn't going to come back there because he knows she's dead. Hello. Yeah, it's crazy. Briar, I will give you a heads up. You can watch my video about Elisa Lamb when I do it. She's a second medium, but her parents heavily put her on medication. You'll see, girlfriend. You'll see. Hey, somewhat secret. Not a mental break per se. No. Mm-mm. I do, Melissa. Says men go face under, women go face up when they drown. Something like that, where it's natural to float a certain way. Yeah. Exactly. He knew she wasn't coming home because he killed her. And, you know, he put her in a really hidden location, obviously. You know, I can't wait to do the video because I was just like it didn't make sense to me from a logical standpoint. It didn't make sense, but then it all kind of came together and made sense. And I was like, okay, I get it now. Hey, somewhat secret. New subscriber, huge fan. Oh, thanks for subscribing. Yay. We love when new people come in here on Friday nights too. We love our new people coming in. How can so many people be so bad and crazy? You know what, Janet? I ask myself that almost every day. Like, seriously. How is it possible? And, you know, I see a lot more evil in the world than the normal Joe does, you know? And it just seems like, maybe it's just me because I've gotten older, but I just feel like there's so much more bad in this world than there used to be. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane. Like before, before prior to COVID, okay, let's say I'm walking down a street and there's 100 people walking towards me. Out of that 100 people, I might see someone with one bad aura, right? Nowadays, if COVID didn't exist and there were 100 people walking towards me with masks on that were socially distant, there'd probably be 5, it's just, excuse me, it's just mind blowing. Angela, hey. Yes, I actually did the Kendrick Johnson case, but I will not be putting it on my channel. And there's good reason for me not to put it on my channel, but I just don't want to go there at this point. Maybe at some point I'll talk about it, but right now I'm not. No, yeah, I can't even talk. There you go, Mary. But the sad thing is his case is never, he's never going to be brought to justice. He's never going to have justice. Thanks, Melissa. Have you gotten anything from the woman in England, Sarah Everett? So terrible. I have not. Generally what happens is I try really hard not to watch the news and not to keep up on current events, because of the fact that I don't want to be swayed by anything. So a lot of times what happens is, just like with Elisa Lam, all of a sudden this random video pops up and something told me I needed to watch this video. And then as I'm watching the video, I start having a vision. Or I'll go to bed at night and I'll have a dream. You know what I mean? That's generally how, especially for the people that have just recently disappeared, that's generally what happens. I either have a vision or I go to sleep at night and I have a dream about the person. So I try really hard not to tap into specific people that are missing, because I want it to be organic. I want it to come to me. You know what I mean? So I try to stay away from the newer cases, because generally if it's a newer case, I'll have a vision or a dream, if it's something I'm meant to say, I guess is the best way to put it. So yeah, so I try not to if somebody asks me to can you do a video on this person, I'll put it on my list, But with the newer people missing, I try really hard not to look into it, because I don't want to know the details. I don't want to know how they disappear. I don't want to know any of that. You know what I mean? I want it to be organic when I get the information, if I get it. I know it was the cop's son, Kendrick Johnson. Can I check that out? Kendrick Johnson, they reopened the case here. Oh, wow, did they? Good. Hopefully they'll figure it all out, because, yeah. Very true, Mary. Hey, JR, how's it going? There's worth in Sweden, too, if I compare. When I was a child, we were also a lot smaller country. Yeah, I bet. I hope it gets off. Oh, wow. Okay, Cynthia, wow. I didn't know anything about her, but okay. Wow, okay. I just had somebody write to me from France, and they asked me if I do a bunch of, if I do some videos on a bunch of people that have been missing, some of them just in the past couple of years. It just broke my heart, because the person, kind of made it sound like they're not doing anything about these missing persons cases here. You're our only hope. And of course I'm I don't understand it. But I mean, I guess I do understand if, I'm very blessed to live in the US. We have all these states and all these counties and all these cities and all these jurisdictions. So we have tons of police officers, different departments of officers. And then we have the FBI, and then we have the State Bureau of Investigation, so we're very fortunate. But even with all of that stuff that we have available, we still have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of missing people, you know? But it just sounds like in France that they haven't done anything towards looking for these people. I'm like, what? It's just sad. Oh my goodness. You guys, I'm behind again. It gets solved, me too. Oh, crime scene. Yeah. It would be brought to justice with God. Very true. Very true. That's where it matters too, huh? Has it not got a lot to do with refugees in Sweden? Afterlife or before life must be perfect. We are here to take a break from perfect. A lot of bad things happen there. People that stayed there. I think the Night Stalker was one of them. Richard Ramirez. That's one crazy man. There was a point in my life when I would have connected with him, but after what happened with Charles Manson, I'm not going through that crap ever again. I heard that the Swedish government had done some of them back for their behavior. Got them where we need contract to merge, grow. Contrast. I haven't watched Missing 411 yet. I need to make time to do that. Wow. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll take it easy tomorrow. Maybe not do any readings or anything, and maybe I'll have time to watch a few things. Yeah. All right, you guys. I'm going to get out of here. And I'm not going to get in my car, and I'm not going to the grocery store, and I'm not going to buy ice cream. I'm not going to buy chocolate, and I'm definitely not going to buy donuts. I'm going to drink my diet lemonade. It just doesn't taste the same, y'all. It doesn't taste the same as a donut or ice cream or chocolate. Oh, wow, really? Missing 411. Wait, I recently found out my uncle is very sick. Oh, I'm sorry, JR. I'm so sorry. What's his first name? I'll pray for him. Stay out of state parks, people. Let me tell you, Mary. In the Shenandoah, there is this case. And I've been wanting to go and do it, right? And I was like, I'm going to go to the Shenandoah so that way hubby can film everything, and I'm going to show where they found them and all that. And I haven't done it yet because of COVID, but I'm hoping to do that soon. But yeah, those places are creepy. Like, don't ever go to those places. Don't ever go there if you're a woman and you're going with just another woman, unless you have some kind of protection. Like, just don't even bother. Don't even bother. Have a wonderful weekend. You too, Cynthia. Thanks, girl. Thank you, Melissa. You have a great week, honey. Lewis. Okay, I'm going to keep him in my prayers. I'm going to go pray for him when I get off of here. Bye, Ken. Thanks for everything. I love you, Ken. Bye, Candy. Who else did I miss? Bye, Pat. Bye. Did I miss anybody? Mary. Bye, Mary. Well, shoot. I hope I didn't miss anybody. All right. That about does it for me. Bye, guys. Oh, Janet. I forgot about Janet.